If you want to be getting nearly all of the logic puzzle questions correct in the decision-making subsection, here are 3 tips to help you do so. Hi, I'm Loveleen. I sat the UCAT last summer, got a score of 2,950 and a score of 800 in the decision-making section. And here is how I became really good at answering visual logic puzzle questions. I also have free UCAT notes, which you can email me for access. And for more detail into answering questions, make sure you check out my YouTube too. Starting off with tip number 1, it's really important to take perspective into consideration. What this means is, in logic puzzle questions, which are visual, you will often be given a diagram, and from that diagram you have to work different things out. But it's important to remember, just because your right side is a certain side, it doesn't mean that the diagram side is the same, or the person in the diagram has the same right and left as you. And this is what we mean by taking perspective into consideration. Things might be different from the perspective of the question than what are you looking at it in the diagram. Tip number 2 is something called the golden clue method. Often with these questions, you'll be given a golden clue, and if you can identify what that is and work backwards from that, this often unravels the whole question, makes it a lot easier to answer, and reduces the time spent, and it's the shortest way to answer the question. And finally, tip number 3 is to make sure you're reading the question first. What this means is that you are understanding what is required from you first, and then you're going back to the question stem and picking up the key information instead of wasting time solving the entire puzzle. If you've solved part of the puzzle and you've gotten your answer, move on. Do not finish solving the rest of the puzzle.